Hey, party people, and welcome once again to the annual Party of One Christmas Spectacular. I am your host, as always, Jeff Stormer, and this is Party of One, an actual play tabletop RPG podcast where the gaming table is always set for two. This week on the show, I am joined, as I am every December, by my dear friend Brandon Leon Gambetta, and we are sitting down for a game of All I Want for Christmas is to Get Out of This Mall. And yes, that bleep is very intentional. It is part of the game's title. The game about the hell that is working retail during the holidays. It is about employees trapped in an overwhelming sort of panopticon mall situation by an oppressive management team who have been brainwashed into working as hard as they can when they hear certain trigger songs, namely Mariah Carey's inescapable holiday jam, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Effectively, this is a jailbreak role-playing game where retail workers have to escape from this nightmare mall without being overwhelmed by cheaply manufactured holiday spirit. And the thing that's really joyful about this game is that it is played with an actual Christmas music playlist in which you've seeded All I Want for Christmas Is You, and you play it as you play. And as songs come up, it informs the flow of the game, and if All I Want for Christmas Is You comes on the playlist, it alters the flow of play as your brains are taken over by your programming. It is so fun and so joyful, and you can hear the absolute delight that Brandon and I experience the entire time we're playing the game. You can find more information at starshinescribbles.itch.io, or you can check the show notes for more information. Now, if you'd like to play along at home, you can find a link to the actual playlist that Brandon and I used in two versions. One, all of the songs that we put into a bespoke playlist that we listened to while we played the game, or we've arranged the songs that come up as we shuffle the playlist in order, so when I say 3, 2, 1, you can pull up Spotify or your streaming music service of choice, pull up the songs, hit play whenever I say we're hitting play. I usually count it down from 3, so you've got time. That'll tell you when to skip tracks, and listen along and experience music at the same time we are for an added listening experience. A link to those playlists can be found in the show notes. And the other thing to note is that we're taking a couple weeks off. It's the end of the year. This is it for 2023. We'll be back on January 10th with Brennan Lee Mulligan playing All the King's Goblins. But until then, thanks for a great year and some great games. Now, with all that said, let's go ahead and throw it over to me in the past so that he can get started with the show. Take it past me. Thanks, future me. I am, I think you know exactly how excited I am to be sitting down. Brandon Leon Gambetta. Brandon, thanks so much for coming back on Party of One.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. There are few things I enjoy more, truly, than coming on Party of One for our little Christmas tradition.
It is, we were just saying moments before we hopped on the recording proper that this is the 8th time we've done this, and that feels pretty special.
It feels tremendous. Like,
we're so happy.
We're coming in on a decade of doing this.
We're coming in on a decade of different Christmas-themed holiday games, and that feels pretty special, and I'm very excited. Before we get into that, Brandon, where do people know you from? What do you got going on that you want the audience to know about?
I am a game designer and podcaster. I wrote the telenovela game Pasión de las Pasiones, which is available wherever fine tabletop games are sold. You can get it online. You can get it in physical format. You can get some pretty dice, some cards, the whole deal. I'm also a podcaster. I'm over at Stop Back and Roll, where I talk game design with my podner James Malloy, and that's more or less what I'm doing these days. I'm making a little Diddy Kong racing-based racing game.
I've been following this with bated breath. Bated breath is the word that I've used to describe following this particular endeavor.
I'm excited. It's so dumb. I don't know if it's playable. I can't wait to get it to a table. But it means that I get to like make little guys and race them, and I've got all these items that I've done. It is either the biggest undertaking for nothing ever, or it'll be a hit and I'll quit my job and just make little pod racers.
Funky little guys. Funky little guys.
Funky little guys in carts, you know?
It's what we're all hoping, it's what we're all aspiring to is a career of making funky little guys.
Only.
I am so excited. This is our annual tradition. We have a holiday themed game here. This is today we are playing All I Want for Christmas Is to Get Out of This Fucking Mall. The bleep that you heard, listener, is in the title. It is very specifically in the title. This is a game with apologies to Mariah Carey and deep sympathy to retail workers by friend of the show, Starshine. I am very, very excited.
It's so good. Like, you sent me this and a couple of other options, and I was so excited that we went with this one because this is one of those games that, like, it challenges design assumptions. It uses things that you normally don't use at your table. Like, this is a really cool one.
I am thrilled. I'm stoked. Specifically, like a little bit about what it is and what it does. I have a note to read to kind of set up the situation, but I'll talk a little bit about like what we're doing here, which is this is a game about retail workers trying to escape from a nightmare mall around Christmas. And the mechanics of it is that it uses a bespoke playlist of Christmas music. Brandon, you and I have created about a 2-hour playlist of beloved Christmas songs, as well as 3 different covers of All I Want for Christmas Is You, including Mariah Carey's version, and 2 others, which I will reveal only when and if they come up on mic.
Agreed.
And what we're going to do is we have set this to shuffle. Listener, I am going to count us down from 3 when it's time to hit play. If you check the show notes, you will find a version of this playlist. You can find the original version, which is all of the songs Brandon and I threw in mixed together. Or the recommended play playlist, which is the songs you can listen to this in real time with us. I will have reassembled the playlist. I'll count us down from 3, say hit play, pop up that playlist and play it alongside this audio, and you'll hear the songs in the same order and hear us react to them.
I'm so bummed.
The way that this is going to work is like we are going to use the song that is playing to help us guide the action, guide what is happening, as well as like mechanically resolve actions. And if the song "All I Want for Christmas Is You" comes on, you know what? I've got a better way of explaining this. Dear valued employees, as you likely know, the Christmas season is one of the best and most magical times at Merriweather Mills Mall. And during this special time, our customers desire and deserve the best possible service and shopping experience. Because of this, we have launched a new program that will allow all employees to rise to the challenge. As some of you may have likely realized, several hours ago you experienced what is colloquially known as a blackout, or as we at Merriweather Mills Mall Management call it, an out-of-body shopping experience. During the out-of-body shopping experience, all employees have been subjected to a series of special team-building frequencies and exercises that will help you stay magical and efficient during the holiday rush. This unique program, the Subconscious Customer Trainer, SCT, will enable you to give 110% to our customers whenever you hear our specially organized Christmas mixtape. When the selected songs play, employees now find it extremely easy to work longer and harder than ever before. On top of this, to reduce inefficiencies caused by inclement weather and intense Christmas traffic, you have been contractually consented to spend the season living in our luxurious surroundings of Merriweather Mills Mall in the top-class dormitories of your stores. Please note, a room and board fee will be automatically deducted from your paycheck. While we understand that some of you might find this a shock, we assure you that all the exits have been locked. Once again, we value your excellent work. Remember, all we want for Christmas is you and record profits. Happy holidays from the Merriweather family. The Merriweather family is a trademark of Merriweather Shopping Experiences, LLC.
God, I'm so excited. I'm so pumped.
I'm so excited. So that's the situation. We are breaking out of this fucking mall today.
Yeah, we are. We're getting out. We're getting out.
And so to get ready, we have built our playlist. We have a playlist of about 2 hours of music with several covers of All I Want for Christmas Is You. That is our trigger song that will activate the subconscious programming that has been buried into our brains. We have to decide what our goal is. What is the thing that we need to achieve to escape? There are some lists here we can roll on. We can talk through it. What pops into your mind is the thing that we are trying to do to escape from this mall?
You know, I'm always a big roll on tables kind of guy, but The top thing on the list is destroy the mall's music system.
It feels right.
And I gotta say, that feels so good.
It feels right for what we're doing, like mechanically what we're at. It feels good. And so
for like what we're doing in terms of like our playlist, like I feel like we've got like a little bit of a specific sort of vibe going on.
Yeah.
That like there's a couple songs on here that I think are like that give that kind of like let's destroy
let's blow up a radio system. That feels pretty good. Okay.
And like also just like thinking of malls, like for me, malls are always like, you know, I was going to malls most often in like early 2000s, you know?
Yeah.
And destroying a music system feels right.
That feels right. It feels like that's the enemy that is in front of us. So we have to like find and destroy the mall's music system.
Yeah.
Mechanically, how this is going to work is we are going to make some characters. Characters are made up of a few key things. A store where they work, 3 skills, things you're good at, like lockpicking, skateboarding, or hacking, and 2 objects that you're carrying. And also, we have, what is it? Where do you start with? We have 10 points. We have 2 stats, spite and spirit. Spite is how well you resist the overwhelming, sickening holiday cheer and pull of customer service. Spirit is how close you are to becoming a zombie in the system. We begin with 10 points of spite. Points will move around throughout play. The way that we are going to play the game is when we try to overcome a situation, there's a list of categories we can choose related to the songs on the playlist, such as number of letters in the song's title's first word, number of letters in the album's last word, things like that. Like we pull a number related to the song. The GM also, or the person presenting the challenge also does the same. And depending on who wins, that stat, spirit or spite will shift around and will determine like what success looks like.
Perfect.
We'll kind of go back over that again as we get into it, but I just kind of wanted that overview at the top, especially since the music is going to be driving a lot of the vibe, and so there's going to be points where we're going to want to be like, where we're going to go pretty fast and loose, I imagine.
Yeah, I can definitely. I think that is how it's going to be.
All right. Then,
so, just making sure I've got this right. We start at 10 spite.
10 spite, 0 spirit.
0 spirit.
Like any mall employee.
Together.
It's always going to be, or it's not necessarily always going to be 10, but it'll range, both stats will range between 10 and 0. If you get to 10 spirit, you are at risk of becoming a zombie of the system. And for our purposes, we might rule that as rolling up a new character.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just writing down my character notes right now.
Oh my gosh, yeah, maybe I should I've never played a role-playing game before. So I didn't remember that I had to make a character and stuff.
It's a bold and exciting hobby. I recommend checking it out.
Yeah, I should someday. I should.
And I should note, I'm making a character. I'm not making a character with a mind of these will be useful for me in a heist situation. We're going to have to play that out and see how it goes.
Yeah, no, I also am definitely not aiming for a useful kind of situation.
I'm excited to see how we play into these skills.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I've got my character.
When are we playing this modernly, or are we going back to a mall heyday kind of era? That just occurred to me.
Here's the thing, and this is a great question. In my mind, there's not a particular difference because let me ask you, when's the last time you were in a mall?
So I was last in a mall in I think, you know what? I've actually been to a mall a little bit recent once. The last time was 2017. And then there was one time that I went in for a tiny bit and got out.
The thing is, malls are such a weird stasis point.
Yeah.
Where it still feels like it's the heyday of the mall is I think my answer.
Okay.
I like the idea that this mall is I'm gonna say this is I'm gonna Jeff Stormer you and say a little bit of both in that like the vibe of like a mall heyday kind of 90s early 2000s mall energy isn't significantly different, and maybe the only difference is like a weird internet meme store where you buy Prime.
That is fair. That is fair. I'm trying to get a name. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Names. I thought of a name before I hopped on because there's a joke that I think is very funny. You want me to introduce my character while you put the finishing touches?
Yeah, would you mind?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Rudy. Please, before you say another word to me, do not ask me what my full name is. I don't want to talk about it. It's Rudy. Please just call me Rudy. I work at the meat and cheese shop at the mall. When I am not working, which is increasingly rare these days, I am a card shark, a sommelier in training, and also a certified accountant. I got my CPA certification. You may be asking why I'm still working at the meat and cheese shop at the mall, and rather not talk about it. And my objects are: I have a Zippo lighter and a switchblade comb.
Incredible. All right. I've got this. All right. I'm going to be playing Ignacio Nacho Gutierrez. Nacho, everyone calls him Nacho. He works at Laser Future, which is a small like laser tag location. It used to be a laser tag location. Recently, the laser tag location got shut down, and now it's just like a tiny, like skate rink, like but with like the rollerblades, you know. He didn't do really either of those things. He like, you know, trading shoes in and out. Three things I'm good at. I am good at I make like a mean sandwich.
Great.
Like just like next level. Cannot get a job at any of the sandwich places because of some previous behavior at one of the sandwich places.
Sure.
But I'm still very good at it. I real good at video games. Lots of video game playing. And I also sew. I embroider a little bit.
Oh, I love that. What a lovely hobby.
Yeah. I cannot roller skate. To be clear, like that, it doesn't say a thing you literally can't do. But I do want to make it clear right now that I cannot.
Despite working at the rollerblading laser tag.
Yes, to be clear, I cannot. And this is also a promise to you, my dear friend Jeff Stormer, that I will by the end of this.
Sure, 100%. You know, I'm glad that we are foreshadowing. Like, I'm glad that we are on the same page about foreshadowing this.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's Christmas time, so and at Christmas, you tell the truth.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with I haven't had enough of my eggnog yet because I'm like sandwiches, sewing. What on earth was my third one?
Video games.
Video games. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
And what are the two objects that you have on your person?
The two objects that I have on my person, I have, I've got some homework that was due like 4 weeks ago.
Sure.
That I've managed to keep on telling my teacher to like give me an extension. And I still do have the keys to the sandwich place that I was kicked out of.
Keys to the sandwich place.
Yeah. I really made sure to get like really useful stuff.
I mean, likewise. I think the switchblade comb is really going to be essential. All right.
I mean, I will say Nacho's hair is always like, he's got like long hair. And he does not take care of it well enough.
Sure,
like
sure.
It's like gets all wavy when it's dirty, and it is always wavy.
Sure, that tracks.
Yeah.
All right. Well then, we
And
have.
I'm sorry. Do you mind telling me your character's name one more time?
Rudy.
Okay.
And in parentheses, please do not call me my full name.
Okay. Oh, and can I ask one more question?
Yes.
How old is Rudy?
Rudy, I said he got his CPA certification.
Okay.
I'm gonna say like mid-20s.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna say like old, like old enough to like get through a correspondence course.
Okay.
And like get that certification. So like mid-20s. I think is that feels right for the character.
I think Nacho's like 17 because he's got his homework, right?
Sure, that tracks. That feels good.
Yeah, he is like right in that perfect employed at a mall. That it's like really exciting to be employed at the mall in theory. But then the horrors of every day.
Then the horrors.
Then the horrors. His friends still think it's cool that he works at a mall. Not that he works at Laser Future.
I love that very much.
6 months ago, before Laser Future got rid of the laser tag, Nacho was very cool for working at the mall. Less so now. A little bit less so now.
And with that, are we ready to start our escape mission from the Merriweather Mills Mall?
I think so. One last question, just setting stuff. I know we said we're playing with some like knowing that malls are timeless and everything like that. Do we have cell phones?
That's a good question.
Because that is such a defining thing, you know?
They have been locked. Here's what we'll make it a detail. We'll make it a secondary objective.
Nice.
We can, but they have been, as part of the Merriweather Mills Mall security employee performance system, as part of the Merriweather Mills Mall's employee empowerment program, all cell phones and electronic devices have been confiscated and placed in the top security holding facility to be distributed when you leave the mall. While you're in here, we want you focused on the work, not on your phones. So there is like there is basically like an evidence room full of cell phones and electronics that you have to like go and check out your things when your shift ends. But given the fact that we are being held here semi-permanently, it is unclear if we will ever get them back.
We got like a scene that's in the trailer of both of us having to turn in our phone.
Yeah.
And like they made us both say our full names, and it was like, you know, kind of like a wince from both of us.
My full name is Rudolph Raindowski.
Oh my God. I love playing Christmas games with you so much.
It makes me very happy.
That's phenomenal.
So before I hit play, before I count us down from 3 and hit play, where are we? Like, actually, you know what? I think we talk about this. I think we talk about this with some music on. I think it's the only appropriate room. So I am going to hit play on our first song in 3, 2, 1, play. I'm really glad that we start off with Mega Ran's Christmas album. It's a good starting pick.
That's fantastic.
So we get these like shots of the mall in full swing, right? And I think there is, are there still customers, or are we operating while the mall is closed?
I feel like there's still customers.
I think there's like I think part of the joy here for me and the terror is like an endless stream of customers coming and going.
Yeah, agreed.
Maybe there's like a check-in. Maybe there's like a check-in station so employees can't just leave through the front door.
You start beeping if you go towards the front door.
Yeah. So like we are in the midst of this, we get just a montage of customers being their absolute worst. We see a shot of Rudy like handing out cheese samples in front of the Pepperidge Farm shop or whatever it is.
Yeah, Nacho is just like spraying the inside of rollerblades, and like the steam from it is like coming up over his face, and he's like, here you go, sir.
And I think like the first group like there's like a lull in customers, and the camera gets a shot of Rudy kind of like side-eyeing, and maybe a shot of Nacho side-eyeing in the opposite direction to be like this is the agreed upon time.
Yeah.
What's the cue? What's the cue for us that like it's time for us to meet up and start and to get to work?
So there is of course a Christmas Santa, like a mall
Sure.
Santa. And there is a one of his elves is really 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 consistently meets his girlfriend at the same time every single day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a different person every day.
Sure.
That he's meeting, but like he leaves at the exact same time. And like, you know, there's a lot of mall gossip about that, but importantly, it is at the exact same. Well, you can set a clock by it.
And I think it's downstairs from the second floor, like meat and cheese shop.
Yeah.
So I can like see it over the balcony in the common area below. Like I can see it, and I'm like, so I see it. I think we're gonna declare this our first action to kind of like signal that we're getting to work.
Okay.
Because I think there's kind of a little bit of a daisy chain of stuff that we've got to do. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta have the owl cries that get like to get the word to you across the mall at the Laser Future.
Perfect.
So as you are dictating the resolution of this, pick a category for when I hit play of the next song. Pick a category of what you want the thing to be.
I'm gonna pick the number of letters in the artist's name's last word.
I'm gonna pick the number of letters in the song title's first word. All right, then with that, I'm gonna hit next song. Last Christmas by Jimmy Eat World. Last being 4 letters and world being 5 letters, which means now I can add 1 to my total for if I have relevant skills or items, and I am going to increase this by 1.
Okay.
I think what it is, because like we have not wine, but we have gift bottles of wine, like a meat and cheese shop would have. I pop the wine bottle particularly loudly.
Perfect.
And actually that is linked to the store very literally because I'm using the merchandise of the store, which brings me to a total of 8 of 4, 5, 6, 7, which means that I am successful.
Perfect.
The number of players the player's number is higher than the GM. I overcome the challenge, and I may optionally move things from spirit to spite, but my spirit is 0, so I stay at 10 spite.
Perfect.
I loudly pop this bottle of wine, right? Like, and I know how to handle a bottle of wine, so I'm able to like be like, everybody, this is a sample of our in-store red. Punk. And like that, like the chain of noises starts. So like somebody at the video game store starts a game of Mario very loudly, so you get that.
And like it just goes down this line that you've got like someone like knocks over some books, and then in the next place, like, you know, someone just waves a shirt out the window, out the front of the door, and eventually we get to Nacho, who is just like blatantly ignoring the customer in front of him, and catches the last sign, which is a bell ringing that gets all of the dogs in the pet store next door to just start barking their heads off. And he just gives like a tight smile and says, "If you could just excuse me for a minute."
while everyone is sipping the wine, like stroll, like kind of like effortlessly, like cruises out, looks down the plate of meat and cheese. And where is Laser Future in relation to the meat and cheese shop? Is it on the second floor, first floor? Like, where are you envisioning it?
Oh my god, it's so obnoxious if it's on the second floor.
It's very obnoxious on the second floor.
So I think it's got to be on the second floor. It's on the second floor above like this jewelry shop owned by this like adorable tiny old couple. That have only one thing that makes them angry, and that is the sounds of Laser Future above them.
Yes.
And so I think Nacho just like he's still holding a pair of roller skates, because this customer wanted roller skates for some reason, and he just like slips out the front and is like moving down through like the kind of crowded setup as quickly as he can, trying to get to what's the least populated store right now? Like, what's the store that should have closed 3 years ago?
The store that should have closed 3 years ago is pulling from a real life mall. It's gotta be a suit store. I feel like
it's gotta be.
I was gonna say pulling from like my mall growing up, but every mall has a suit store that is inexplicably open.
Yeah. Gentleman's Closet.
Yeah, Gentleman's Closet, sure.
Yeah. So like we both like just turn into Gentleman's Closet, and Brett there like looks at both of us and just rolls his eyes and like goes back to I was gonna say playing on his phone, but we don't have those.
He's playing with a bowling cup.
Yeah, he's playing.
The idea that like you have to find other ways to occupy, and one of them being ball and cup, is extremely funny.
Yeah, there's the old timey toy store that had ball and cup.
Grabbed a bowling cup from it.
Yeah.
So he goes back to playing bowling cup, and we are looking like flipping through the suit racks as though we are shopping, and we are starting a new song in 1 second. Oh, it's Bruce Springsteen's "Santa Claus is Coming to Town," a classic.
Oh, my heart. I'm so stressed out.
It's so stressful. It's so stressful.
Like,
it's really hitting me how stressful this is.
I did not expect that.
Dread
who?
It's really like the and like when I'm hitting the button to be like next song,
that must
it's
be even
stress. So I've been good practicing real hard. That's not many. So like I think we're flipping through the suits, and Rudy like just without looking in your direction at all, like, what do you got for me? What's the intel?
I guess some of them have 2 buttons and others have 3 buttons.
That's great. What's the intel about the music system?
Oh, so like this stuff, it's like real state of the art, man. Like I went down to the stereo place, and like they wouldn't talk to me. I think they're getting like paid off or something. But they said there's nothing you can do to mess with it, really. Like it's you'd have to like get up into the ceiling, and I don't know that I'm gonna climb into a ceiling.
So what you're saying is I'm gonna have to climb into the ceiling?
I'm not saying
this is why we're not friends. This is why we're not friends.
I mean, but that's because coworkers can't be friends.
That's true. Boundaries.
You know,
no,
like,
you're right. Boundaries.
It comes down to it, and like it comes down to it, like, you know.
Also, you're like a child, and like that's like I'm an adult man, and I pay taxes.
Like, I pay taxes, like when I buy stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. So we go in the ceiling. We can get to presumably security center, right?
Yeah, and it sounds like basically they got a couple stereos in each of these stores, right? Like if you look up, you see that fire detector?
Yeah.
They took out the fire detectors like 2 months ago and replaced it with those speakers. And so you take out one of those, you can still hear the other one in the store, and you can probably hear the one next door. So we got to take out like the main hub.
Okay. Sure.
Like a
sure.
mainframe.
Okay, so what I'm hearing, don't look at me, look at the suits. Just we're just a couple of customers. We're just looking at suits on our break.
What does double-breasted mean?
We're looking at suits on our break. It's Christmas time. We're looking for suits. What I'm thinking is we're gonna need gear to get to the ceiling. Sports goods.
Oh no.
I know. But we're gonna have to get
sports goods.
Rock climbing gear from the sports goods. We go up. I'm not gonna point, but you look with your eyes. Don't look with your hands. Don't look with your whole head. You're looking with your whole head. You're looking with your whole head. Okay, we go.
We my whole head, man. I'm just
we disable one of these stereos. We use that to climb into the vents.
Okay.
So we're gonna need sports goods. We're gonna need a distraction.
Yeah.
Can you hook us up with one of the two of those, and then we can rope in somebody else for the other part?
Yeah, totally. I can help set us up. Yeah, I got this.
Do you want to do sports goods? Do you want to do a distraction?
The guys from the football team work at the sports
oh my god,
store.
This is why I need to get a new job. I need to have adult problems. I will deal with the sports goods store. You figure out a distraction. You make the biggest distraction you can right under the Christmas tree where security is going to congregate anyway. We want to make sure we're drawing them to a large open area so that we can get eyes on them.
Yeah, you got it. I can do that. I can do that.
That feels good. That feels good. I will figure out. I will disable the radio. Get into the vents. Figure out where the mainframe is. Sorry, every time a new song starts, it's stressful. But then there's just a moment of like Little Saint Nick, which is the Muppets version started playing, and I'm just like, I'm bopping.
Nice.
Okay, I will disable the radio. I'll get into the vents. Is there anything that we're missing?
I mean, like, we can't go up where anyone will see us. You know?
We need to find a store that is as empty as possible.
And like there is no one in there except for Brett, I think. But we know he's a narc. Right? Like
I've got an idea.
This guy's got to be a narc.
I got an idea. We'll save getting into the events for later cuz I know what we need to get done first.
Awesome.
I'm going to go to sports goods. I'm going to get our supplies. I need you to go to Bryson's. Bryson's, of course. Bryson's legally distinct from Spencer's.
Of course, extreme.
I need you to go to Bryson's. I don't know why we're doing coffee. Why we're you need to go to Spence. I need you to go to the Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah, no. I don't think that Spencer's Gifts is going to sue us.
You need to go to the Spencer's Gifts. I need you to grab stink bombs. I need you to grab whoopee cushions. Anything you can to make one store so viscerally unpleasant that everyone leaves.
You got it. We'll move Spencer's stuff into anywhere else.
That's
because nobody wants Spencer's stuff anywhere else.
That feels good.
Perfect. All right.
Breaking 3. Do you want a tiny thimble of wine? I shouldn't give wine.
I can hang.
I'm not gonna hang. All right. I'm gonna
hang.
You know what? All right. Fine. It's technically non-alcoholic. It's fine.
And he like fully chokes on it, like it's all like moonshine.
Oh my god.
Beats his chest a couple times.
This is
and he's like, that's some good. That's good stuff. That's some
This
strong,
is why I don't work.
Some good stuff.
This is why I don't work with children. Okay, breaking 3. Okay.
You're gonna hear. There's gonna hear like just like a.
You're gonna hear a lot of sighing as songs end.
Yeah, like I tried on the previous one to not be looking at the mic when that happened at least, but this time I didn't pull it off.
I like that. I love the song transition hit at exactly the right moment.
It was great.
And now we've got Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, Ain't No Chimneys and the Projects playing. Just as we are breaking and kind of like infiltrating.
Yeah.
Do you want to resolve your action first or should I?
Yeah. I feel like let's resolve mine. I feel like that makes sense.
Talk to me about you infiltrating Spencer's Gifts, and then we'll hit next and resolve the action.
Perfect. So Nacho is like not dressed in like the kind of cool, edgy way that one would want to be while going to Spencer's Gifts. And so like he immediately stands out. Like he's wearing like a brightly colored shirt and everything.
Yeah.
And he like comes in, he's trying really hard to make no eye contact with anybody.
Sure.
And just like goes and sees like they've got like one of those like strobe light machines.
Yeah.
And it does smoke also. And he's just like going over and like goes to like pick up the display one.
Mm-hmm.
And is like kind of like reaching to try to like unplug it, but it's a little bit too far for his arm to reach like already. So it's like an awkward thing even in the best of cases.
Yeah. So you navigate through the Spencers. You've located where the shitty gag gifts, the smoke bombs, and prank supplies are.
Yeah. And I think we actually get, you know what? I think we get me stuffing a couple in my pockets.
Sure.
Before I even get to like what I think is this brilliant idea of this light and smoke machine.
That feels great. I like that a lot.
Because pockets full of smoke bombs, pockets full of stink bombs is a great
it's a good
issue
object.
to have.
So I am going to, we're about to start a new song. Let's see what it is. Thank God It's Christmas by Queen. Great. We'll let this play for a moment before we hit next song. But, okay. So you are sneaking a light and smoke machine out of the Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah.
That's the game plan here.
That's the plan.
Okay. What do you want your category to be? I am going to take the number of letters in the album's first word.
Okay. I'm going to take the number of letters in the song's last word.
Song's last word versus album's first word.
Yeah.
All right. Listener, I am hitting next song. Let me just make sure I have my playlist up to date. Yep, I am going to move this song over to my other playlist. Listener, get ready to hit next song. I am hitting next song in 3, 2, 1. Okay, it is
Oh, Bless Us All.
Bless Us All from the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Christmas
So the first word of the album is the, which is 3.
And last is 3. The song's title, right? Last
which
word.
means, oh, great. Which means that do you want to add anything to this? Because you tie right now, which is
skill, right?
You can add 1 point for a skill or 2 points if this directly involves your story.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'd be stretching. It doesn't feel fair to the game for me to say like, yes, this reminds me of video games.
Great. If both numbers are equal, the player may decide if you wish to fail or pass the task at hand. If you opt to pass, explain how it plays out, but you're going to move a point from spite into spirit. If you fail, I explain how it plays out, and then you may move a point from spirit into spite. So you can sacrifice a little. You can sacrifice a little bit to succeed, or you can fail and recover a little bit. But you're at full health right now, so it might not be worth it.
Yeah, I think let's go ahead and pass this one.
Okay.
So like the manager of the Spencer's Gifts is coming over, and Nacho's just like looking over at her and then like looking back at the smoke machine and like pulling on the cable and like getting like really stressed out. And she just like reaches over and grabs the plug at like the right place to pull it.
Yep.
Pulls it out and like hands it to him and is just like, don't pull on the cable. You're going to like electrocute yourself. And he's like, oh, yeah, thanks. They need this at Laser Future. And she
that
goes
tracks. Yeah, that sounds right. That's sure. I mean, that's where we got it from originally, so it probably makes sense to return it.
Awesome, thanks. Our stores should hang out more often. Maybe.
Okay.
And then
sure.
he flees. He flees. Like full run, like gasping for breath with every step.
And there's just a brief shot of the manager talking to the other employee that's working. I think he wanted his store to fuck my store? This fucking mall. Yeah. This mall is fucking weird, dude. I don't understand it.
And like the employee's like, yeah, but wouldn't that be hot?
I need to get adult friends. All right, so you have recovered the... Oh my god. Oh, thank you. I've never been so happy to see the Philadelphia Eagles in my entire life. We got White Christmas from Jason Kelsey, Lane Johnson, and Jordan Mailata playing. Meanwhile, I'm so happy that this started as we entered the sports goods store.
It's so good. There's definitely there's three or four guys working there. It's too many. One person is working the register, and the other three are just throwing a football around.
Stumbling in, for as much as he posited that he was gonna be fine in this interaction, the second he walked into the sports goods store, it is as though Rudy is 13.
Oh no!
Sniffs a board, half knocks something over. Hey, hello there. Hi.
Hey, you want to pick that up, Butters?
Sorry. Yes, of course. I need climbing equipment, rappelling to get high.
Give me a minute. Go long.
Oh God, no.
And they just they just continue playing for a bit, and then one of them just hucks the football right at Rudy.
I'm gonna say that's the action that we need to resolve.
Oh no.
Because I think this is how we're going to impress these football jocks to get them on board.
I believe in you.
And I'm going to choose for my action the number of letters in the artist's name's first word.
And I'm going to go with artist name's last word.
Okay. Listener, I'm going to hit next. Wait, I'm going to move this in here. Listener, I'm going to hit next song in 3.
So stressed.
2, 1. Oh, it's Run DMC's Christmas in Hollis. So now,
okay,
this is interesting.
Yeah.
There's a hyphen here.
Yeah.
Does that mean this is one word?
This might be one word.
That makes it a tie.
When I say my last name, I like the whole word.
That makes it one word. That means it's a tie.
I think so. That's a tie.
It is a tie.
Unless you can use a skill or your store.
I don't think I can use my skill or a store. I am going to move a spite into spirit to succeed.
Nice.
And I think what it looks like is I catch the ball. It's not pretty.
Yes.
It is blasted into my chest. I am sent backwards, technically outside of the store. I slide into the barricade.
The alarm thing starts going beep, beep,
I'm going to say this is on the first floor. I slide into the side of the coin fountain. The alarm starts going off. I scramble back inside.
Before you can even get out of the fountain, one of the guys is there, holding a hand down to you. He's like, "Nice catch, guy."
Thank you. Thank you. Do you have climbing equipment?
Yeah, sure. You need some climbing equipment?
Yeah, I'm trying to rappel just up. So I need to get high. I need a harness. I need some twine. I guess it's twine, cable. What you would use to get high? Could you know? I'm talking about your job to you. I'm sorry. What is your name?
I can't believe I just fully blanked, unable to come up with a football player's name. He's like, Prince.
Prince.
Yeah.
Rudy. It's so nice to meet you.
And those are my buddies over there, Nandomican.
Sure.
And Chubba.
Chubba? Thank you. Hey, everybody.
This is a special for Nebraska Cornhuskers fans.
You let me know, anything you can give me to just handle some climbing. It would be great.
Yeah, sure, man.
Also,
Whatever.
Do you have ice packs?
No, but we can get you a new shirt. Gonna be cold.
That's great, because there's some blood on this one I'm noticing now.
Fountain's chilly, dude.
It's so cold. And they
and I
limp
think just
inside.
the next shot, would you see you limping in the next shot, you've just got armfuls of stuff, and you're wearing a football jersey.
Yes.
Like a high school football jersey.
Oh, I was gonna say a vintage Tom Brady jersey.
Oh. I feel like vintage Tom Brady jerseys. That's better. That's better.
Forget December by Something Corporate has just come on. And
Yes, we're gonna
where
get a
do
little
we
sad
find
Christmas. I love
ourselves?
that.
What store are we emptying out?
I'm trying. What store would we can't do like the jeweler because someone goes in doing bright lights in the jeweler, like the police are called.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be like somewhere that just the people inside would get out quickly. So like maybe like a home, like not a Home Goods, but like a home, not Home Goods the store, but like that kind of like like a place that like you're buying like home.
Yeah.
Little
That feels
knickknacks and stuff like that.
That
I feel
feels great. Like a
checks out.
knickknack, like a knickknack shop.
Yeah. And I think we just see like Nacho just like emptying tons of stink bombs into a diffuser as Rudy comes in.
What? Nacho?
Yeah, hey,
What the fuck is this?
it's going to diffuse them into the air. Fusing it up into the air.
Oh. That actually rules.
Yeah,
Wait, that's actually a great idea.
It's going to stink so bad.
How did you have a great... You know what? I'm just happy for you. I'm happy for you in this moment. I'm allowing us the moment. That's what we're going to do here.
Yeah, my mom's got a diffuser.
I'm okay. That actually tracks. That sounds right. Okay, cool. So we set this up. We evacuate the store. I've got the... And I'm like haphazardly putting on climbing equipment on top of the Tom Brady jersey.
Nice climbing shirt.
Thank you. It's a Patriots. Is that a football team?
I don't know, man. I watch soccer.
All right, I guess I'm putting on the jersey, I'm putting on the gear over the jersey. I'm suited up. You want to hit the switch and I'm gonna fly? You want to hit the switch and I'll fly?
Yeah, let's do this. And he's got like both switches set up, one for the bright lights and the smoke and the other for the diffuser. And he's like, ready? And he like, you can tell he feels like a total badass and just like taps both of them. And like the little like blue light just like bing. And then it's like,
okay, cool. Oh my God, that smells so bad.
Oh, that's
It's the
awful.
worst smell I've ever experienced. Okay, go,
What
run.
have I done?
Run. No, that's great. This is what we want. This is what we wanted. I should have grabbed some kind of face mask. Too late now. Go. Distraction. Christmas tree. You good?
Yep. I'm good.
Okay. And with that, I'm going to rappel up and see if I can break this. Radio, which means that we are hitting next song. Listener? Let me just make sure that I've got my song here. We are hitting next song. You know what? I'm just going to let this wrap out. We only got 10 seconds left.
We've only got 10 seconds. We can just enjoy it. Enjoy a little bit.
Just enjoy a little bit. This is going phenomenally well.
I've never been more
pleased.
stressed at the end of this song.
I've never been more stressed. Okay, it's Bruce Springsteen. It's a live rendition of Merry Christmas, Baby. That feels good.
Oh, that does. That works. That works for me.
Now, what's worrying me is that we have gone through a fair number of songs.
A lot.
And we have 3 versions of All I Want for Christmas Is You. I'm worried that they are going to come back to back to back.
I think we're going to get back to back.
That's
this is gonna
fine.
Be bad news.
That's fine. It's going to come when it comes.
Oh my God.
So I am rappelling upwards. And I guess we're going to hit next song immediately on this, which we should have done. We should have planned this a little
Bruce.
better. Sorry, Bruce. What category do you want to pick? I'm going to pick number of letters in the song title's first word.
I'm going to do artist names first word.
Artist names first word. Listener, we are hitting new song in 3, 2, 1. Snow Business by Megaran. All right, first word is snow, 4 letters.
And artist name is Mega.
All right, another tie.
Another tie.
Do we want to count this as an object that I have climbing gear?
Oh, I feel like that could work. What do you think?
I would count that. I think we have gear for it.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I wouldn't count that. I wouldn't count that as gear towards disabling the speaker.
Oh, that's true.
I'm gonna take another tie. I don't think any of my gear, my stuff is gonna help me here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pump my spirit up to 2 and drop my spite down to 8.
Okay. We did it.
I'm flying up, and I think what this represents as is like I'm flying up, and there's a moment where I'm hanging. The store is emptying out. I'm in the far corner, and I'm like unscrewing things and ripping cables out. And there's a moment where like I just freeze up, and there are just flashes of like cartoon mascots being like, the holiday season is where retail stores come alive. I'm like, oh my god. I think I've broken a rib. That's got to be what this is, right?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. And I pull out the
there's like a cover, right?
Yeah, I pull out the cover and I'm like climb into the vents.
And I think the speaker is up there, and it's got to be weird looking.
It's got to be weird looking.
I think it's like, you know, like the red like I don't know. I can't think of the. I can't let you do that, Dave.
Oh, HAL 9000.
Yes, I think it's that, like mounted on what looks like a robotic spider underneath.
I was gonna say mounted on like the HAL's eye on a Christmas present.
Oh my god, that's so much better. But like held up with robot legs.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
It's like hooked into the ceiling with a robot legs. And it's
for sure.
Very clear
so I have to
like
pull it down, crack the legs off of the robot spider, and then like rip the cables out of the back of the present. It's a remarkably intricate operation. Which is why you don't normally do it.
Exactly.
And I'm so glad that there's no one around. And I'm so glad that this distraction worked flawlessly. Meanwhile.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Nacho's gotten down to the Christmas tree. And there's like a bunch of lights all around it, obviously, like, you know, and they're way overloaded already.
Let's get this cheese.
And so basically Nacho's plan is he is unplugging a couple of the lights and moving to plug them all into one massive, like, you know, chain.
Sure.
Yeah. So just like, you know, like the plug plugged into the plug all the way up in that awful way you're definitely not supposed to.
Okay, that feels right. That feels right.
Oh, let's move quick. I'm doing number of letters in artist's first name.
Artist last name.
Cool.
First word, or the number of letters.
We got you. Let's see.
I'll Be Home for Christmas by Josh Groban.
By a lot. Because I was first and you were last, right?
Yep.
So you won by 2. This does not attach to... Weirdly, this doesn't attach to the item of my homework. I failed.
You failed decisively.
Yeah, like I don't think there's any way I can rescue this.
Let me look, because I've got some options. I can potentially opt to take your shift and take the points. No, I think I'm in worse shape than you are, so I think that you work out the number of what the difference between the two numbers.
Okay. This is 2.
2. You're going to move 2 points from spite into spirit.
Okay. All right, so now I'm at 7 and 3. And then I fail.
And then you fail. And how does this go wrong?
Mm-hmm.
I think that you I think we see a spark. Here's what happens. I know exactly what happens, because I think it's got to like reverberate back onto, like, you take the health damage, but the situation has to reverberate back onto Rudy.
Okay.
You plug in the last thing. The lights, you know, a burst of sparks, and various outlets throughout the mall like burst with sparks, including the one the diffuser's plug into, which bursts into flame. So what happens in very rapid order? I unplug the last string of wires, whisper to myself, I'm so glad that distraction was water. What? Sprinkler, fire? Oh no. Oh no. I see the fire beneath. Oh no. And I am hanging.
Just hanging over flames.
Oh my god. Oh no, they're going to be here any second. This is as bad as it could possibly. This is why I need adult friends.
And I think Nacho also is like, I did it. I did the thing. And like, as there's like movement and people like, you know, being distracted by this, he starts like huffing his way back over, and he's having to slow down a couple times and start back up again.
You get back to the home goods store just in time to see Merriweather Mills Mall's volunteer fire team, which are a bunch of people just in red vests with buckets of water, running towards the home goods store. You see the fire inside. You see the sprinkler water going, and you see Rudy just getting hosed. Trying to, like, grab at the vent.
Oh, okay, so like this is so Nacho's gonna like try to like run up and are they using a hose? They're using a hose on it?
No, I think the sprinklers are just the sprinklers. It's so close to his face. Like one of them is so close to his face, and he's just.
So I think Nacho's gonna run to the front of the like run towards the front of the brigade and be like, guys, hey, listen, my mom has a diffuser, and the chemicals, like the stuff inside of the diffuser, you gotta actually treat it like an oil fire. You can't do it with water. So like, if you guys go get sand, I'll keep like an eye out here and make sure that like no customers get near it. I'm on break anyway, and like, you know, I kind of got that Christmas spirit moving through me and feeling pretty good. So like,
water puts out fire.
It smells.
Yeah, and I think what do you want your action to be?
Title of the song, last word.
I'm gonna take title, artist's last word, or number of letters, artist's last word. Here we go. Christmas Day by She and Him. Artist's last word is him.
And song's last word is day.
All right, Ty. Do you want to pass or fail?
I think I feel like I should pass. I feel like we need to pass here.
Okay, it's great.
So another point moved. I'm now at 6-4 for spite and spirit. And so like I think at this point, like his cheeks are starting to get like a little flushed, and it might be from the heat of the fire right behind him. It might be from the running or the social confrontations, and it might even be from the horrific stench. But
it's also now the smell of smoke.
And the smell of smoke. But it just might be some holly jolly Christmas cheer coming into his body, and that could very well be as well. But he goes like, listen, guys, I used to work down at Sandwich Shack, and you know what we did there? Fried sandwiches. And we had grease fires all the time. You put water on that baby, it's not going to work. There's a whole bunch of sand back probably where you keep these buckets. If you guys go, I'll take care of things here. Why don't you hand me one of those jackets? And he like just like takes a jacket from one of the guys and like puts it on and kind of like looks at himself wearing it and goes like, wow, this is a beautiful moment, isn't it? I'm really starting to feel that Christmas spirit, aren't you? Come on.
Water puts out fire.
And he hugs the guy in front and just like pats him on the shoulders and goes like, yeah, it does. And I think what we water do is get some sand.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're wearing the manager's vest, so I have to listen to you, but I'm just saying. And like they both walk off and you just hear increasing, water puts out fire. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. It's and then, fire. It's put out by water.
And then Nacho just turns, like opens up an extraordinarily expensive vase and vomits into it from the stress of that social interaction.
As this is happening, I'm going to hit next song. I'm going to take number of letters, song title, last word.
Okay, I'll take number of letters, artist's first name.
First name versus title's last word. This is me trying to push past the water and scramble into the vents. Listener, hitting new song in 3, 2, 1. Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
It's All I Want for Christmas Is You by My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
So what happens when we hear the trigger song is every character automatically removes a point from spite and puts it into spirit. So that
5 and
means
5.
I'm down to 7 and I'm down to 7 spite, 3 spirit. Also I'm down considerably even further. I instantly fail. Regardless, does not matter. I have failed this action. And I move an additional point, putting me also at 6-4. Or putting me at 6-4, you're at 5-5. Like, I automatically move 1 immediately.
Yeah. That's brutal.
So this cover is so fun.
It's
I really
so
like
good.
this cover.
If there's one thing you do this Christmas season, listen to this episode. If there's 2, listen to this song also.
It's such a treat. So how does this go? How you tell me how I fail right now.
So I think that like you're trying to like you go to like the next step and it just falls from under you. Because like the ceiling, you don't know how to walk in the ceiling necessarily.
Like the ceiling is partially collapsed.
Yeah, and so it just like collapses and like you like fall down onto a plush Pompous chair, and like a Christmas book falls into your lap. And I think that's when like that mind control starts to kick in, right? So you can see like, Nacho is immediately like he just like raises his face up and just starts cleaning up this store that isn't even his job to do. Happily singing along.
And just like half smiling, like in the chair, like Steve Martin in his Christmas wish. But I'm gonna invoke a mechanic here. You'd think, Nacho, this would be the worst thing that has ever happened to me while working a customer service job.
Yeah, this is not great.
You would be surprised. So mall work is hell, and everyone working there has a story to tell. At any point, Perry may take some time and tell something that happened to them while working at the mall, using their memories and anger to motivate them to continue. You know how they tell you to stand straight on the escalator?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
No.
I was bullshitting around the mall, and my friend's shoe got caught.
No.
Ripped the shoe right off. Exploded exploded some of the plates on the escalator, which is a level of dangerous that frankly makes me feel like ABB escalators should not be that ready to explode with razor sharp plating flying in all directions. And then you're not allowed to leave when that happens. Like, you can't just be like, well, fuck. And no, or at least because my fucking shoe is in the escalator. Like, I'm standing there with one sock. One shoe, one sock. Oh, God, what is this song?
Oh, no.
Oh, it's Blue Christmas by Sheehan. Okay, we're okay.
Fitting.
I'm standing here with one shoe. And you just kind of have to stand there. And then they have to, go to the shoe store and, give you new shoes. And mind you, I'm on the clock when this happens. So,
no.
I am, watching my manager get angry at me while, they have to try and replace my shoes. And then you have to pay for the shoes. They don't give you the shoes for free.
Oh, my, they don't get... Are you kidding?
You then have to buy... You're just buying a new pair of shoes.
Oh, what kind of shoes were they? The new ones.
The new ones were... they were brown Vans loafers, which I didn't know they made Vans loafers.
Why?
That doesn't sound like a thing that should exist.
That's horrible.
Anyway, I lost that job, and that's why I work at the meat and cheese shop.
Jeez. Oh.
So I'm going to move.
God.
I'm going to move 3 points from Spirit back into Spite, putting me at 9-1.
I think I'm going to try to be motivated by this.
You can use that. So pick a number. What's the number category?
It's going to be number of letters in the song title's last word.
Song title's last word. I'm just
looking for Christmas at the end of things.
I'm going to do song title's first word.
I'm now like looking at the playlist and going like, wow, Christmas is at the beginning of every single one of these songs.
Listener, I am going to hit new song in 3, 2, 1. It, in fact, is Wolfbeck's Christmas in LA.
Oh my god, I lost by so much. But I think it doesn't matter how much I lose by. It's just that I lost.
If it's under the number, you find yourself rejecting the story due to the mall's brainwashing effect. You remove 2 points from spite and put them into spirit.
I'm at 2 spite. I think Nacho just goes, you know what? That's not how escalators work. There's no way that's how escalators work. There's no way. They wouldn't put such an unsafe thing in every mall in this great nation of ours. We have 8 escalators. You're saying these things can just like mince a shoe?
Okay, yeah, all right.
Cute story, Rudolph.
Don't.
And then like, he looks sick for a minute.
I'm not gonna fight a child today. I'm gonna leave, and I think I am going to try and climb the mess of debris to get back into the vents, so that I don't have to fight a child. What do you want? I'm gonna take number of letters, artist name, last word.
I'll take the artist name's first word.
Okay, listener, I'm hitting new song in 3, 2, 1. Snoopy's Christmas Guardsman beats the.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That's good. That's good.
That's good. That's
Thank
good.
God.
I'm in the vents.
Oh, and that's going to save you, actually. Work out the difference between the 2 numbers and move spirit to spite. So you gained like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6? Is that right?
I could move up to 6, but I only have 1 spirit, so I'm going to move that to make that 10 and 0.
Oh, right, because you just get told a story. Okay, I need to win something, or I'm going to die in this mall. All right, so you're able to climb right up into the vents.
Yeah.
And I think from there, now that you've fallen through the ceiling once, I feel like you've got a better idea of like where you can and can't step.
I'm like rock climbing very, very effectively, and we see Prince walk by with a hoagie in hand, with a fried sandwich in hand, looks in the mirror, looks in the store window, and just goes, "Fuck yeah, brother! Fuck yeah, my man! Hell yeah, go Pats! Fuck yeah!"
I think having now established that Nacho is terrified of these guys, I need to go up after you.
Great. What's
I'm gonna take, this time I've learned from my mistakes, I'm gonna take the number of letters in the song's title's first word.
Okay. I'm gonna take artist name first word.
Okay, let's go.
Let me make sure that I've got my playlist. All right, listener, I am hitting play in 3, 2, 1. Christmas, play, please come home. That is a success. What did I say? First word or last? Artist name, last word.
I think you said, as much as I wish it was last word, I think you said first word.
Okay, so that's Darlene is 7, Christmas is 10, CHRISTMAS 9. So take 2 points back.
Two.
That's a success.
God. That brings me from 2 to 4.
Nobody did it.
Quite a bit.
Truly, nobody did it like Darlene Love.
Very true. So I think Nacho just like looks at the guys and like looks at the guy yelling and just starts scurrying, and like he climbs up onto the table that is underneath the thing and just like grabs onto the rope and just starts like shimmying up way faster than it looks like he should be able to. And is like up in the ceiling with you like 2 seconds later. And he's looking like wide-eyed.
There is a moment right before you enter into the vents where you look back, see French eating the sandwich, just point at you, and like we the viewer know that it's very much an enthusiastic, friendly thing.
Yeah, but it is
the scariest thing in the world.
It is the scariest moment for more Nacho. All
right, so we get into the vents,
and he's like clinging to the back of your shirt. Like he's like behind you, but clinging onto your shirt.
First time you cling the shirt, like you pull it. Nacho?
Yeah, Rudy.
Why are you in the vent?
Strategically, I decided that if we're gonna find this, like, you know, we might need more than one person up here, and just kind of casually thought that it would be better to have both of us available.
All right, cool. I guess you go left, I'll go right, and we look for security HQ where we can disable the music and maybe unlock cell phones.
I could really use my cell phone.
Okay.
I got into a new game recently. It's been really sick. It's like one of those.
Do you want to try? Do you want one of us should make the roll? Make the action, I think, and this will be an opportunity for us to take the other person's shift if we fail.
Okay, sounds good.
Do you want to do it or should I? I'll do it. I'm in a better place.
Okay.
This is me being strategic. We need to win. We're here to win.
We're here to win.
Real quick, we've got 10 seconds left of music. I'm gonna take letters, song title, first word.
I'll take song title, last word.
Okay. Make sure that's in place. That's in place. Christmas Time's a coming, the 2004 remaster.
You know what? I'm glad that it's coming, not coming. Thank you, Emmylou Harris.
Thank you, Emmylou Harris.
For taking away that letter for us.
That's, go ahead and take, I'm going to say because we're collaborating on this and because, we're collaborating on this, I'm going to say if you would like to take those points, you may.
You don't mind?
I don't mind.
What is that, 3 points?
You may take that. You may take, technically it's not in the rules that we can do this if we both, but I think because we're working together in this moment, I think it makes sense.
I feel like it makes sense.
We're doing like a whole elaborate dinging on the side of the vent system.
Great. Yeah. It was like ting, 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 ting. And who do you think should find it? Who's more fun for it to find it?
I think you're more fun to find it.
Okay. So Nacho's like crawling through and he's like kind of like humming, he's like humming some music from Metal Gear Solid. And he like comes around a corner and, I guess we have the ting ting tinging. He just like stops and freezes and starts like tap 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 like crazy fast.
I
panic
awkwardly
sound.
threw my climbing equipment, like flip myself onto my back and kind of start like reverse spider climbing in your direction.
And like it's not long until you start hearing him just like screaming like Rudy.
What do I see when I get there?
So there's like the mall has like this big like clock tower in the center of it.
Yep.
And that area, we all kind of thought it was just like an empty space, but now there is an upside down hanging metal Christmas tree.
Sure.
With like again with like one of those big red eyes, but it's like on a swivel stalk.
Sure.
And it has these like robot spider legs. And right now Nacho is like hanging by 1 foot from one of the spider legs and it's just like swinging him around.
Oh God.
I don't know if I'm supposed to escalate it like that, but
no,
I felt
that's
like
fine. I'm going to escalate that further and say this is the music system.
That's exactly what I was going for. Yeah, right? Like
this is so much worse than I possibly could have. Okay.
And like he's being like swung by and getting like a Doppler effect with his voice. It's like it's so big. I think it's a Sony.
I don't know.
My uncle has one that's like this, but a lot smaller.
And there's Mariah.
Oh no.
Timing feels right since we've met the boss. So we're at the boss battle.
So we each lose immediately.
We each lose one. We haven't. We're not doing an action, so we just immediately move 1 point. But that feels good to just escalate the situation. Is this? And I think like there's a booming voice as it just like swings you around. I think that there's a moment where it just like throws you hard into a wall in this like large like empty kind of almost warehouse area where it's like walking around. It throws you into a wall, you crash, it's horribly painful, and it just... We at the Merriweather Mills Mall value go-getter employees. But, unfortunately, your presence in this area is a violation and must be dealt with lethal force. We thank you for your time working at Merriweather Mills Mall, and we will notify your next of kin upon your demise. Thank you, and have a happy holiday. That's not good.
That felt great. Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard you. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
That ain't good. That's not good.
Bad. I think I broke my knee. I'm not going to be able to walk.
Oh, okay.
I do have roller skates.
You're going to have to roller skate.
I can't roller skate. And like at that point, like the tree is like turning towards us and like just like raising like 15 like robot lip. Wait, no, how many reindeer are there?
9. There's 9.
9. Yeah, so there's 9. 9 robot limbs like all like moving towards us and swiveling.
I mean,
Rudy, I don't think we're getting out of this.
I did not make it through this goddamn Christmas season to die this goddamn close to it, to the most important day of my year, December 26th, when this is all goddamn over with.
Wait, you're quitting?
I mean, the meat and cheese shop is closing. I'm seasonal.
Oh, you're seasonal. I'm gonna miss you, dude.
Really?
Yeah, we've got some good times together.
I appreciate that, buddy. I didn't think anybody's gonna miss me. I was kind of hoping to leave without making an impression.
Dude. And then like at that point, like one of the robot limbs just like slams into the wall between us and like pulls out like twisted metal. And like clearly if it hit either of us, it would have been like just instantly dead.
Right. Fighting for our lives.
Oh,
heartfelt
yeah,
moment afterwards. Okay, what are we doing here?
On.
Here, hold on. Do you have your homework on you, your math homework?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
He takes it out. There are no marks on it.
I am grabbing it. I am grabbing you know what? I'm just gonna have to do it. I bite my finger really hard and start like jotting notes in a little bit of finger blood, just to be like, I gotta. Okay,
oh, dude, sick.
I am going to try and mathematically come up with a formula that, if jammed in, that I'm trying to like visualize or build a mathematical formula to disable this thing, right? Like an algorithm, like an impromptu algorithm, or like an accounting formula, because this thing is ultimately a merchant.
Of course. Oh no. All I Want from Christmas Was You by the Philly Specials.
By the Philadelphia Eagles. By Jordan Mailata, who has the voice of an angel, but he has betrayed me in this moment.
All right,
I start making notes. I get partway through and then realize this is programming. I'm an accountant. I don't know what I'm doing. And also, like, we should have that moment now. It's Christmas, and that's the time to tell the truth. And the truth is, like, I wanted to leave because I was scared, and I think I'm not afraid of love. The fuck am I talking about? I'm terrified. We're gonna die.
No, man, I think you're getting somewhere there. Like, you got like a sadness in you, and sometimes you gotta let that out. Like, I know I go by a nickname, but that's because that nickname's who I am.
I slap you hard in the face.
Oh, jeez, that hurt.
Are you back?
So much.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay. No, we don't need formulas. Math homework has never helped anybody in their entire life.
You're right.
Math
You're right.
Is stupid and pointless. We're never going to use this again when we graduate and get out of here.
You're right. You're right.
You know what will help you? Video games. Because I look at that guy, I see a big red light. You know what that is? Flashing weak spot, baby.
I slam a Zippo lighter in your hand, then get over there, slide it on your roller skates, and burn some wires to disable it, and then I will do something. You take this, you go, we'll figure it out.
Oh, I can't do that.
You're going to.
No, I look so dumb when I roller skate.
I
look
don't.
like so dumb when I roller skate.
Truly, Nacho, I'm saying this to your friend. I truly do not give a fuck, and I think we're gonna say you're already in the roller skates. I'm just.
Oh yeah, I'm in the roller
you.
skates.
I'm just shoving.
And I think you shoved me backwards.
Just go.
And so like he just is like rolling and like zero control, like knees a little bent, and just like moving so slowly towards the giant contraption. Like the arms are like swinging past his face and like almost getting him, and he's just like moving slowly away and way away.
As you slide,
and then
what's the action to stab this thing in the wire, or like fry this thing's wires with a Zippo lighter? It's
man, he's attacking that weak spot. I think he's gonna just roll right up to it, and like as he's going, as he's going down, he like as you go underneath it, like the ground like then starts tilting up the other direction, so we get like he's like rolling back and forth underneath it, and he's gonna just try to like jump and grab onto the eye stalk that's dangling underneath and try to burn it there.
All right, what do you want for your category?
I want to win this. I'm taking
first word artist name.
I'm going to take first word song name.
Okay. Listener, I'm hitting next song in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. These are all very long names.
God could never defeat the Bare Naked Ladies.
God can't defeat the Bare Naked Ladies featuring Sarah McLachlan. Do we take ladies or McLachlan?
I think it's the last one. It's the last.
The last word.
I think the last one is McLachlan. And the first
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6. Take 6 points.
6 points. I'm at -1 spite.
Okay, so you are at 0 spite, 10 spirit, which means if we hear the trigger song again, you are rendered into a Christmas zombie.
Oh my god, no.
I have to stop this right now, and I know exactly how I'm going to do it.
So I think that in the scene, I like have like this moment of like I can do this, and like peace comes over my face, and I jump, and I don't know how to jump in roller skates, and so I just like jump and just belly flop, and the Zippo like hits the ground hard, and it just like goes skittering away, and I think it falls through a vent.
It does.
I think we lose that Zippo.
I think what I'm going to do is, I think I see this, and I see the thing come towards you and like rear up one of its limbs, and then we just hear a scream, "Freeze, motherfucker, or I chop you like a cheese log!" And I am holding my closed switchblade, pointing at it, and just bluffing.
Just bluff it. I'm gonna bluff the robot.
I will slice you.
And I think it turns and is just like, what's the name of the mall? What's wrong with me?
Merriweather Mills Mall.
Slicing Merriweather Mall's property is not allowed by the employee handbook.
Well,
you will be docked pay before you are brutally executed.
All right, that doesn't sound great, but listen. Your security has confiscated every other weapon in this building, which means that this knife is the most powerful object in the building. And I will use it on you if you don't back up. What's the category?
I think we got to...
Number of... I'm going to take last letter song title. Last word song title.
I'm going to take first artist name.
First artist name. All right, let me make sure I put this in.
I'm just like looking at the list and like I'm counting on the.
What did I take? What did I say? I said artist name?
No, I said artist name. You said song title.
All right.
Right?
Yep.
So we got it.
We got it
by one, I think, right?
By one. Be Santa's beard by They Might Be Giants. Beard beats they by one letter.
Yeah. I'm so glad I said first, not last.
Oh. How does the robot believe the bluff?
I think, you know what I think it is? I think that it doesn't believe that it failed. It can't calculate that it failed at something. It's like the Merriweather Mills Mall safety program is unimpeachable. There's no way that such a massive mistake was made. As the person to, and I'm like, as I'm starting to mad dog and be like, huh?
And I'm like walking closer. I'm the one with the knife. I'm the one with the power. So what you're gonna do?
Merriweather Mills Mall policy is to terminate.
You shut up. You shut up right now, or I will unfurl this knife, which is a very real knife. I promise you, it's a knife. It's a knife.
Merriweather Mills Mall policy is to eliminate both the employee and any co-conspirators who allowed the weapon to be brought in. Therefore, you will have your pay docked.
I think at this moment,
I will have my pay docked and be eliminated. Or unless you've got something better. If you got something,
I think that's great. And I think I think there's an explosion. I think it just powers down.
It's like,
which is so great because that means the last song on the playlist is Christmas rapping as we power down. The doors, like the doors open, the house lights come up rather than the sort of dream-like red and green lights that have been permeating the mall throughout the entire thing that I haven't referenced until this moment.
We all knew.
And just lower. That's it.
That's it. I think.
Okay.
I think we can go.
I think we can leave. We should swing by security, get our cell phones.
Yeah, and then you wanna swing by swing by the sandwich place, like, because
those fried sandwiches did look delicious.
They're good, and like after today, you're gone.
You know, I did see that they were opening a VR arcade, and that does sound sick. Maybe I'll put in an application.
After battling robots, you want to be part of a VR arcade? Man, I can't wait to be a grown-up. That looks awesome. That's awesome that I couldn't do that.
Enjoy your back while you can. It's gonna start hurting soon. God, I fucking hate Christmas.
And I think then, like, we get a scene of, like, you, like, guiding me along because I'm still on the roller skates, but, like, I can't move my knee.
We just walk off. We walk off out of the room. The machine flickers, turning on just briefly, and then we cut to black. And that's game.
That was delightful.
That was a joy.
Thank you so much for having me, Jeff.
Thank you so much for this. Thank you to Starshine for making this game.
God,
this was a treasure. And so stressful.
So like I've long been someone who says, like, you know, that Dread is the most stressful game that exists, right? This game might be more stressful.
It's that, like, the fear is real.
And you're just looking at the bar, like, filling up, like, because it's always the bar is filling up.
Yeah. Every time you're describing something, you're like, it's getting close.
It's getting close. Oh my gosh. That was delightful.
That was so much fun. Also, I want to shout out my friend Brian, to whom that escalator thing really happened.
For real?
Yeah, we were hanging out at a mall.
Wild.
I was directly behind him on an escalator, and he had turned to talk to us, talk to me and our other friend, and then we all stepped out the escalator, and he went, guys, I'm still on the escalator. Guys.
Oh my God.
So,
that is almost as scary as all I want for Christmas is to get out of this fucking mall.
Almost. Oh, Brandon, thank you so much for this. I'm delighted.
Oh, thank you. I'm full of holiday cheer and eggnog, and gonna be listening to All I Want for Christmas Is You a little bit differently.
Likewise. Real quick before we wrap up, where can people find you online?
You can find me fewer and fewer places these days.
Yeah, right.
You can find Pasión de las Pasiones at magpiegames.com/pages/pasión. You can find me on Blue Sky technically, but I'm not really sure how much I'm doing it. I'm trying to do it. I'm BLG over there. I'm B. Leon Gambetta on Tumblr and B. Leon Gambetta on TikTok. I'm kind of goofing around with all three of those and seeing what sticks. Oh, and I'm B. Leon Gambetta on Itch as well for my weird little games, as opposed to like my full project-y games.
Brandon, I know I've said this 8 times now. This is a fucking pleasure.
It was such a joy. Thank you so much.
I'm so happy. And for now, I will throw it over to me in the future so that he can wrap things up.
You do still need... Every year, I make sure I want a very, very Merry Christmas to future you. I adore future you. I adore past you. And I just want you both to have a very Merry Christmas.
Kind of a weird insult to present me is in front of you, but that's fine.
Yeah,
future
but good news. Present you is now past you. Like, well, already.
Time travel.
Like, just for like a second, I was insulting you.
Future me, Merry Christmas, take it away. Thanks, past me, and thanks again to Brandon for coming on the show. That game was so absolutely joyful. I mean, truly ear-to-ear smile the entire time. I'm just beaming. I love this holiday tradition that we share so much, and it makes me so absolutely happy. Be sure to pick up your own copy of All I Want for Christmas Is to Get Out of This Mall at starshinescribbles.itch.io or check the show notes for more information. And be sure to check out Brandon's work, Stop Hack and Roll, Protean City Comics, Pasión de las Pasiones, or follow him on Twitter, as long as that's still a thing, at B. Leon Gambetta. Then while you're on Twitter, follow us at Party of One Pod. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/partyofonepodcast. Find us on TikTok at Party of One Podcast. Find us on Tumblr at Party of One Pod. Subscribe to our newsletter at buttondown.email/partyofonepodcast. And join our Discord community at bit.ly/partyofonediscord. If you enjoy the show, there's a lot of ways to support it. You can support us financially at patreon.com/JeffStormer or ko-fi.com/JeffStormer. You can give us a nice iTunes review, shout us out to a friend, give us some love on social media. You can buy some Party of One merch at bit.ly/partyofonemerch. Or, if you're looking for more great podcast content, you can check out All My Fantasy Children, which is a character creation, storytelling, and world-building podcast that I make with my best friend in the world, Aaron Catano Saez. We take a listener-submitted prompt and spin it into an original fantasy character, populating a shared universe one story at a time. You can also check out Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast, which is an actual play about a heartless witch, a cozy house, and the many people making their homes inside. Both of those you can find wherever you get your podcasts. Party of One is, as always, produced and edited by Jeff Stormer and Jen Frank. Music for the show comes from the song Infinite Lives by Mega Ran featuring the D&D Sluggers, and the Party of One logos by Evan Rowland. If you'd like to inquire about advertising rates, coming on the show as a guest, or about press coverage of the show, you can email me at partyofonepodcast@gmail.com. And, unless I am mistaken, that is all we do here. So until next time, thank you so much for listening. Remember to fight the forces of fascism every single day. Remember that self-love and self-care are radical and defiant acts of resistance. And as always, party on, everybody.